What's up, guys? Welcome back to Little Red Garage. Out here working on the Warlock in today. As you can see, we got the exhaust pulled back off the truck. We've been doing a lot of welding to it. Got a little bit more work to do, and then we're going to coat it with some high temperature paint. So stay tuned and enjoy the video. Alright, as you can see, I got the exhaust all laid out here. Took it all back off the truck and started doing my welding. The collectors are welded to the H-pipe, and the under the frame bends are all welded solid. Still have to do a couple tack welds to the hangers, and I have to weld these two pipes together. As soon as that's done, we're going to start prepping it for the high temperature paint. So what I picked up from KBS coatings, at the extreme temperature primer and some extreme temperature stainless steel color. I used their motor coater on the engine. I'm not sponsored by them in any way. I just I liked this product, how it worked, so I figured I'd try their extreme temperature paint. So this was actually the Chrysler Blue. This was just a pint. There's still almost half of it left. And I really like the way the product applied, and the color and everything came out really nice. Looks like a little more blue on camera than it does in real life, just through the lens here. But obviously, preparation is going to be the key to whether or not it withstands test of time. But I was real happy with how that worked out so far, so that's why I used them. Alright, so I got a little bit of welding to do here, and then we'll get into prepping the exhaust for high temperature paint. Okay, got the welding all finished up. Not the prettiest welds. I mean, I'm no TIG welder. I'm literally using a $99 Harbor Freight flux core 110, plugs right in the outlet. I did grind some of the weld. The only one you're really going to see are these two pipes. They're going to kind of come up into the stacks here. I'll get you right in on it if you want. I mean, it's not pretty, but it does the trick. So this H pipe is actually stainless, so I'm just going to kind of coat over the weld area and the collector. But the next step is going to be getting all the pipes prepped for the primer. These are bare steel. They came with an oil coating, so we got to get all the oil off. So the very first step I'm going to do is I'm going to take some wax and grease remover and a scuff pad like a Scotch-Brite, and I'm going to go over all the pipes real well with that, and then I'm going to hit it with some 80 grit sandpaper. I'm just going to use a DA just because I have it available. I got air and everything, but some 80 grit to give it a nice scratch for the primer to adhere to. Obviously, with any paint job, preparation is going to be the key to success. So I want to make sure this is prepped as good as possible. So let's get right into it. Okay, all the pipes are wiped down and scuffed with wax and grease remover. You can see how important this step is. And look at all the dirt and oils that gotten off these pipes already. Next step, I'm going to sand these all with some 80 grit sandpaper. Alright, everything's sanded real nice with 80 grit. I spent a little extra time on these pipes because this is kind of what you're going to see here. You're going to see the muffler. These pipes, I wasn't too worried about how they're going to look. I'm actually going to wrap these with a heat wrap, as with the center of the H pipe, because it goes in between the transmission pan. So I want to have some heat wrap on that. So I figured I'd do these two because they go under the frame rail. One side has a fuel line, the other side I have the power for the battery. So just a little extra precaution there. I'm going to get these all hung up and ready for primer, and we'll go over that. I actually got to get the stacks off because the bottom reducer needs to get coated also. Throw some plastic over the truck to protect it, and then we're going to wipe everything down again with wax and grease remover. Alright, we got everything hung up, ready for its first coat of primer. See, I got plastic on the truck. We'll be running the exhaust fan. I'm going to be wearing a respirator. We're going to shake the can real good. It wants 2 really light coats with about 15-20 minutes in between. It's about 60 degrees in here. We should be pretty good with the temp. I might kick the heat on in between coats to kind of speed up the process. But I am going to wipe these all down one last time with wax and grease remover. See, I got the stacks pulled off. So I'm going to do that real quick, and then we're going to put on our first coat of primer. There we go, the primer is applied, 2 light coats, and I went around and made sure I had everything covered nicely. Went on really nice. There was plenty in one can to do this. There's still some left. If you have a bigger exhaust system, maybe think about 2 cans, but this is relatively small pieces here. So that was a perfect amount. It's about $25 a can for the primer, $25 for the paint. The paint's going to be the same process. I'm going to give this about 15 minutes to dry. Then it's going to be 2 light coats, 15 minutes in between. And then we'll talk about the curing process. All right, we have 2 coats of paint applied. Everything came out really nice. So as with any high temperature paint, this needs to be baked. They want 350 degrees for 20 minutes. And you have to wait 8 hours, at least 8 hours, for it to dry before you could bake it. You can put this in a barbecue grill, get it up to temperature. These parts are actually small enough I could probably do that. Not something you want to do in your house, oven, anywhere, even your grill that you're gonna eat food on. It's probably not a good idea. If you have find a cheap grill somewhere, you could do it, but you can install it on the vehicle and run the engine, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to let this dry for until next weekend, and then we're going to reinstall everything on the truck, fire it up, let it run, and bake the paint on that way. This engine still has the break-in oil in it, so I'm going to do a nice oil change. I'll show you what I got for that, and this is where I'm going to leave this video. I appreciate you guys watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't done that, and until next time, take it easy.